Welcome back to Face the Nation. Hundreds of Russian missiles have rained down on Ukrainian territory over the past week, most of them aimed at civilian targets. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Charlie D'Agata is in Dnipro, Ukraine, with more.
Days after unleashing the heaviest bombardment that Ukraine has seen since the invasion began, striking a dozen cities across the country in a coordinated series of rocket and long-range missile attacks. Russian President Vladimir Putin said there is no need for more massive strikes for now. At a news conference in Kazakhstan, he said he had no regrets and that Russia is doing everything right. The merciless battering of civilians in frontline cities like Zaporizhzhia tell a different story. Residents told us a missile slammed into this neighborhood at around 2 in the morning. The missile punched a hole right through this apartment block, causing it to collapse on those inside, tearing apart not just homes, but lives. The blast scattered children's clothes among the trees. At one point, the heavy machinery clearing the rubble stopped. A drone hovered overhead as rescuers worked by hand. And another body was lifted from beneath the debris. Investigators worked to put a name to another victim of Putin's war. Serhiy Nikinorov lives in the adjacent apartment and escaped serious injury, but he's so shell-shocked he can hardly speak. My very close friends live there on the first floor, he said. I lost friends on the second floor, too. And yet, despite Russia's onslaught, troops have lost ground to Ukrainian forces on the battlefield, where the counteroffensive has advanced south at such a rate the Kremlin installed authorities in the city of Kherson and urged residents to evacuate to parts of Russia. In his address last night, President Zelensky switched from Ukrainian to Russian, saying, as for the citizens of Russia who do not want to participate in this criminal war, who surrender to Ukrainian captivity, will save their lives. We visited some of the dozens of those recently liberated villages. The high school that served as a Russian military HQ bears the scars of the battle to wrestle it back. Down the road, we found Oksana, still reeling. What did you think when you first saw Ukrainian soldiers here? Happiness. She said, I was just very happy. In tears, she described the terror under Russian occupation, saying, we were all suffering. It was so hard and so scary. Now, free from Russian military rule for the first time in months. The next day, following that huge barrage, President Zelensky pleaded with leaders of the G7, specifically the United States, for more air defense systems. And while there has been a pledge by the White House for more advanced weapons, they can't get here quickly enough. Margaret?
Charlie D'Agata, thank you.